A.
What would you like to be in the future, Tony?
I'd like to be a pilot.
B.
Is that why you work out so much in the gym?
Yes, pilots have to be strong.
C.
So, would you like to fly a plane?
Yes, of course. There's only one problem.
D.
What's that?
I'm scared of heights.
What would you like to be in the future? I'd like to be a doctor. What would you like to be in the future? I'd like to be an architect.
A.
Pilot.
B.
Doctor.
C.
Architect.
D.
Writer.
Well done.
One.
Hi, Mai. What are you doing?
I'm writing a short story.
Oh, what would you like to be in the future?
I'd like to be a writer. I'd like to write stories for children.
2.
Would you like to be a teacher in the future, Linda?
No, I'd like to be an architect.
I see. You like drawing, don't you?
Yes, I do.
3.
What would you like to be in the future, Hướng?
I'd like to be a pilot. I would like to fly a plane.
So you have to study hard, right?
Yes, that's right.
Excellent. Keep trying.
What would you like to be in the future?
What would you like to be? What would you like to be? What would you like to be in the future? I'd like to be a teacher. What would you like to be? What would you like to be? What would you like to be in the future? I'd like to be a nurse. What would you like to be? What would you like to be? What would you like to be in the future? I'd like to write stories for children.
A.
What would you like to be in the future, Mai? I'd like to be a writer.
B.
Why would you like to be a writer? Because I'd like to write stories for children.
C.
Would you like to be a writer too, Tony?
No, I'd like to be a pilot.
D.
A pilot? Why?
Because I'd like to fly a plane.
Why would you like to be a pilot?
Because I'd like to fly a plane.
A.
A nurse. Look after patients.
B.
A writer. Write stories for children.
C.
A pilot. Fly a plane.
D.
An architect. Design buildings.
Excellent.
One.
What would you like to be in the future, Chung? I'd like to be an architect. Why? Because I would like to design buildings for my town.
2.
Would you like to be a teacher, Mai? No, I'd like to be a nurse. I'd like to look after patients. Working as a nurse is hard work. Yes, I know, but I think I'll like it.
3.
Would you like to be a singer or a footballer, Tony?
I'd like to be a pilot.
A pilot? Why?
Because I would like to fly a plane.
4.
What would you like to be in the future, Tom?
Let me see. Oh, I'd like to be a farmer.
Farmer? Why would you like to be a farmer?
Because I'd like to work on a farm.
Excellent. Brilliant.
One.
What would you like to be in the future? I'd like to be a nurse.
2.
Why would you like to be a nurse? Because I'd like to look after patients.
1.
What would he like to be in the future?
He'd like to be a teacher.
2.
Where would he like to work?
He'd like to work in a school.
3.
Why would he like to be a teacher?
Because he'd like to teach young children.
Brilliant.
What would you like to be in the future?
1, 2, 3, 4.
What would you like to be? I'd like to be a nurse. What would you like to do? I'd like to look after children. Where would you like to work? I'd like to work in the mountains. I'd like to be a nurse. I'd like to look after children. I'd like to work in the mountains.
Brilliant.